I have this apple patterns, apple designs all over my Pinterest, and I love it. Hi friends! Today I am so excited because I finally decided that I want to learn knitting. After all those years of crocheting, I think I'm ready to start a knitting project. And I just want to say that I've never knitted, I've never even tried knitting, like I'm serious right now. So I'm going to start from complete scratch. The only thing I know about knitting is that you have 2 needles and you do like this. As I said, I am a crocheter. I crocheted 4 years now, I would say. So I know some stuff about making artisan things. I think I can do it. I am confident for now. I found a tutorial. I will link this video down below that I will be using. I mean, the comments say that is fairly easy to follow, so I should be fine. And it is this sweater vest by Ashley, but I'm not going to make it plain. I want to make it fun. It's just the body that we will be using, this pattern. So let's see how that goes. When I'm reading this, I don't really understand anything. I mean, it's like another language to me. So what I need to do now is I need to go to the store. I need to buy yarn. I want to buy knitting needles as well, stitch markers. So as you can see, I'm in a store right now and I'm looking for yarn. I want yellow and red yarn, but I'm not sure yet about the material. I definitely want something natural, like wool. Yeah, wool would be perfect. Now I'm looking at knitting needles because I don't have any. This store is actually a thrift store with some things being new, and it's funny because I found the exact same vest that I'm wearing right now, but in purple. I am back, but before I show you what yarn I bought, so I got this headband and it came with a little stitch marker. Another thing I got, which was a huge surprise, a Kanken mini. The last thing might be pretty random to you guys. You will never guess. And I got them for my dad because he's been looking for them, especially set with a clock and a barometer, for such a long time. And I'm so happy that I could find this for him. Okay, anyway, I got 4 of these. This is this beautiful curry yellow and it's 100% wool. And I also got this beautiful red and I think they go perfect together. Hi, it's been a while and I'm back. My package with all the needles, all the knitting needles finally came, and I bought also some stitch markers. I'm re-recording this once again because I was recording in slow motion. So right now I am here. I learned how to cast on. I'm going to show you guys right now how I did that. In general, when I'm crocheting, I'm making a slip knot with a hook. I'm making like this cross and I'm slipping the hook here. You don't have a hook, so I'm going to do it with my hands. So I'm just taking this and here we have a slip knot. Grab your yarn like this. You take your 2 fingers and you spread, then turn, then go here and pull. And when I was at this point, I was like, wow, knitting is so easy. But then you have to actually knit, which is like using both of your needles. Put your other needle in the stitch. You take your working yarn and you wrap around. And you take it off. kinda like this. Now I'm in the process of making 104 of those stitches, and I just mark them with the stitch markers, and look how pretty it looks. It looks very good already.
Started off dirty talk. We were innocent in '06, blooming and alone.
This one here, like the space is bigger than this, and I'm not sure if this is a mistake or not, so I'm just going to go with it. But this one I'll unravel to see if I can fix it. Okay, so I have 104 stitches on. So this is how it looks like when it's laying down. Okay, so I joined the work together, and now apparently we need to place a marking stitch like this to mark the round, but like it won't go, so I'm just going to do this. So apparently now I'm going to do 1 by 1 rib, which I have no idea how to do. Okay, I think I've gotten the hang of it because I made this. You want to have your yarn in the back, and you go like into behind, you wrap around, and you go this to this and take it off. And now this was a knit stitch, so now a purl one. So you take your yarn in the front, and you go this time to the front, and you wrap here and go back and take one. So it's basically just doing this knit purl one after another. I have my turtle for mental support because I'm doubting if I can do it. I also have gingerbread cake that I baked for Christmas. So my plan is do as much as I can today, and I want to watch Twilight because people say it's kind of bad, so I don't really know what to expect. It's just the fact they've never seen it, and even my boyfriend saw it. I don't know how that happened, but it's kind of funny. I have a huge update. I finished the ribbing, and then I realized that my circle, like my work, is twisted, so I had to unravel everything and start from scratch. Then I remembered that I completely forgot that the ribbing was supposed to be red. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about this with you because in the last 2 days I've watched 3 of the Twilight series movies. I won't say it's bad because, you know, I reached the 3rd movie and I'm still very interested in the story, so I will definitely finish the whole series. The whole series gave me fan fiction vibes. I think if I watched it when I was 13, I would be so in love with the story and with everything and the concept of vampires and werewolves. I think it's definitely for younger people, and like it's not realistic for two, like this type of guys were after one girl. I mean, it's not really, I mean, being a werewolf and a vampire is not realistic either. It screams like teenage girl fantasy. Okay, this is going to be a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the Twilight show, skip like 30 seconds, I think. Fact that Bella kissed Jacob while being engaged to Edward. At this time, I lost all sympathy I had for her. I don't know, it's just so immature. If you have to break one heart, don't break 2. This is very cool footage of me knitting, and I just want to use this time for telling you some things I wanted to tell but I didn't have time. First of all, I am so sorry for pronouncing crocheting wrong. I was saying crocheting because I thought that's how you pronounce it, and it's crocheting, and I'm so sorry about it. I made 2 videos about crocheting in the past, and why did nobody tell me that I was pronouncing it wrong? Next time just yell at me at the comments, because now I am so embarrassed about it. So also I'm looking at this footage right now and it's a bit weird to see how slow I am. I know it's a learning process and I'm going to improve with time, but compared to crocheting, I'm just so slow. I also wanted to talk about a question that I've always had, and people seem to have different experiences, different opinions. The question is, which one is more difficult, knitting or crocheting? And I think it's hard to tell because as a person you have different experiences. For example, you started with crocheting, then you picked up knitting, like me, and you might say knitting is easier because you have some knowledge about making things. You have the muscle memory. I'm not saying that knitting and crocheting are the same because they're not. They're completely different. But you still have knowledge, some knowledge about how it could look like, how you should move your hands. So yeah, it might be easier for you to start the other thing. And the other way around for knitters that learn crocheting. As for me, I picked up knitting way faster. But I think crocheting is still easier. Towards the end you will see why. For now, all I can say is that I think it's easier because when crocheting you're holding only two things, hook and yarn, and while knitting you're holding three things, two needles and yarn, and holding knitting needles is still kind of awkward for me. However, I think knitting is less daunting for me because you don't have to count the stitches so often as you do while crocheting. You can just watch some series without even focusing on what you're doing. As long as you have your stitch marker, you don't have to even look at your work. But with crocheting it's a bit different. Maybe it's because you're doing different kind of project, but yeah, that's just what I think about it. So yeah, thank you for listening to my podcast, guys. Hey guys, so I'm at my grandma's right now, but I'm recording because I feel like I need to give you an update because there was so much going on and I was working on this sweater but I didn't record because there was New Year's Eve and I visited my boyfriend and I just didn't record because I thought I'm not going to make so much, but I did make a lot while I was on a train. And also it finally snowed here. I was thinking like the whole winter we're not going to have snow. This is where we are right now. Yes, so this will be the back. Here I decreased. This is where I'm going to make the ribbing, the hole for the arm. I don't think I explained it why I completely unraveled everything. I visited my whole family and my aunt. And my aunt is like crocheting, knitting guru. She knows everything and she is very, very good at it. She looked at my work and she said that it's not bad, but the stitches were twisted. She showed me, she was working on my sweater. You can see on this photo the part where my aunt took over. The stitches look completely different and they look better. When I saw what my aunt did, I just stopped liking what I did. So I just decided that I will completely start from scratch and I'm going to do this the right way. So this is how we reached this part. And you can look at the stitches, they look fine. Yes, another thing. I went to my favorite yarn store and I got this beautiful shade of green. So I just saw it and I had this creative vision. I could make a leaf for an apple that's going to be in the front, and also I can make ribbing green. So cute! He wasn't interested. Yeah guys, so this is the end of this part of the video because I decided to split it in two videos. so it's not too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!